Yes, people. What's going on? It's the Kitty G. I'm back again with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Ødegaard possibly moving to Arsenal. This is a great move. You know what? The deal is pretty much done. We're hearing here you goes. We're hearing people saying 90% completed. We're hearing stuff about the Real Madrid midfielder possibly coming in on loan for the remainder of the season, possibly coming in for 18 months. There's so much different reports coming out today. It's just we don't know which one to believe, which one not to believe, which one to think that are more truthful than others. I'm gonna take what David Ornstein and what Fabrizio Romano say. I'm not gonna listen to the rest of the reports. Some of the majority of these reports I can't even believe. Now the Real Madrid midfielder that we're going after is Martin Ødegaard. The Norwegian midfielder who's partnered up as one of the Norwegian up-and-coming stars with him and Haaland leading the pack. This guy is a guy who has a 300 million pound release clause in his contract with Real Madrid. I know that release clause is just something to get the player to keep the player at the club, but of course it is something that keeps that I look at and I'm like, you know what, if they believe that he's worth 300 million in release clause in order to get rid of him, that must mean they think of him highly. This is also the youngest ever player to play for Real Madrid, right? So that's another thing that you have to talk about this guy. This kid is one of the biggest prospects at the time. You have guys like Pep talking about trying to bring him to Bayern Munich when he was at Bayern Munich. You have guys like Ancelotti saying this is the next big thing. Also, at the same time, people were saying it was a PR stunt that he played at the age of 15 at Barcelona. At the age of 15, he played for Barcelona, ladies and gentlemen. Age of 15, okay? Now the man is 22. He's been at Real Madrid for 7 years. He has not really featured much in the Real Madrid first team. This year at Real Madrid, he had some opportunities and he played, I would say, I think 9 games in total. I know that's not enough for the ilk of a player like this. So I get it. He can play in a plethora of positions. You can play him on the right. You can play him in a part of the front three. He could play as a striker. He could play all over the pitch. And you know what? Arsenal would be getting ourselves a top quality player. Like right now, my camera's just acting up, guys. I would put myself on camera, but it's just acting up. Now let's get straight into the comments, right? Iga, you streaming? Question mark. Yes, I am. Like and subscribe, people. If you already know, guys, I was talking about Ryan Bertrand, right? Yeah, it does look like we're actually going to get him. Kind of crazy. Yeah, he is a good signing. I agree. What do you guys think? You guys doing a watch along tomorrow? Yeah, I am doing a watch along tomorrow. Smash the like button, people. Big up to the people. Ryan Bertrand, I wouldn't mind Ryan Bertrand as a backup, he says. Right. EGTV. I'm in class. Big up to you, man. Big up to you. Better than better than De Bruyne. I don't know about all that. I don't know about better than De Bruyne and anything like that. But hey, this is a guy who we've been looking at for a while now. We've been looking at him for a while, and you know what? With all the tweets coming in recently, in the past couple hours, why wouldn't we think that it's closer and closer? It looks closer and closer every second. Every time I look on Twitter, it looks like there's an update on. It looks like there's an update on it every second. Like AFTV are already baiting us in and saying, here we go. Like, I know it's just AFTV, but look at this. Like, where is it? 1 second, let me move that. So yeah, AFTV are saying, here we go, right? And then it looks like Gian Balogun says Real Madrid have blocked Ødegaard's move to Real Sociedad and want him to join Arsenal because they believe he will play there as a regular. Okay. Then Fabrizio Romano was also talking about some stuff in regards to Real Sociedad. We're looking for targets. We're looking for targets for Tierney's backup, right? And Ryan Bertrand's been linked to it. If you guys haven't already seen, Arsenal have signed Matt Ryan, and he will be wearing the number 33 shirt, right? And then here is Terry's talking about Liverpool, Arteta on signing the left back, but this is what you guys came for. This is what you guys came for. You guys came for the Ødegaard rumors. Ødegaard rumors. That's what you guys are here for. That's what you guys are here to see, right? Now, there is a link in the comment section if you guys want to jump on. I would really appreciate if you guys wanted to jump on. The link is right there. Just jump on. The link is in the pinned message. So if you guys want to jump on, you can jump right on. We can talk about all the possible things going on with this deal. If you guys think it will happen, if you guys don't think it will happen, what could happen, how it could happen, when it could happen. Let's just get all within this deal. See where we go from there, right? Iga on his grind the last 2 days. Yeah, bro, crazy shit. 18-month loan would be sick, but would mean no Grealish. Why not? Because 18-month loan doesn't mean he can pursue Holland to come to Arsenal. That would be great. Yeah, that would definitely be good. But I don't know. I think he's more likely to go to City. It was inevitable that was going to join Arsenal, as Real Madrid did not want to strengthen a rival. That makes sense. That makes sense. London is red. Would you rather have Runnerson? Yeah, London is red is what a useless signing Ryan is. I don't think Ryan's a useless signing. Come on. Yo, what's going on with my camera today? Yo, TJ, talk to me.
What's happening, Miguel? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Talk to me about Ødegaard, man. Talk to me about Ødegaard. What do you think about Ødegaard?
Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm over the moon because I've wanted this guy at Arsenal since he was probably about 16, 17.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I don't know a lot about him because I haven't seen him play a lot, but when I have seen him play, he's played really well. So, obviously, we're lacking. Well, I say we're lacking. Smith Rowe's doing a really good job, but Smith Rowe can't play every game. So we need someone who can play that 10 spot. Plus, he can also play centre mid, and he can play off the right as well. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Yeah, he can. I can pull it up for you in the meanwhile. Continue.
As for the goalkeeper, that signing could not be more important. We needed that backup goalkeeper, Matt Ryan, because I don't know about you, but I thought Runnerson's performance against Man City was absolutely shocking.
Okay. Continue.
What else was I going to say? I was going to say something, but I forgot.
What I'm going to do is, in the meanwhile, while you're talking, I'm going to pull this up. I think we cannot take for granted how good of a player we could possibly be getting on a loan deal, and the fact that this guy, no big club was in for him. It was because I think no big club realized that he was available until last minute, and we've pounced on an opportunity. We've taken advantage of an opportunity that we've been given. Luckily, due to the situation that he's with his game time, he's not getting enough game time, which has given us an opportunity to get him in on a cheap. Right?
And he had a really good season last season on loan at Sociedad as well.
Yeah, he did.
So I was quite sometimes I watch the big matches in La Liga. So sometimes I watch El Clasico or I watch Sociedad versus Barcelona or something like that. When I watched him a couple of times, and both times he played quite well. I was really impressed by him.
Okay, so I think at Sociedad he played a lot more of his games on the right wing, where when he played in the Eredivisie, he played more of his games as a out and out center mid. Right, so I think preferably I would want to see him more as a center mid than I would I would want to see him more as a cam than I would want to see him as as I would want to watch, as I'd want to see him anywhere else. I think he's a really good player. I really like him, and I'm quite happy that he has signed. More than any other player that we've had in a while. I feel like this suits the profile of players that we want to bring into our club.
But I'm not gonna lie. When we signed Partey, I was gassed. I was so happy when we signed Partey. So he's probably on that same level because I've seen him in La Liga. I know what he can bring to the table. It's just, can he adapt to the Premier League and do it in the Premier League?
Yeah, that's definitely the question that you have to ask. Can he adapt to the Premier League? Now let's get Steven in here. Let's get Samuel in here. Guys, chat to me. Chat to me, guys. What do you guys think about the Ødegaard signing? Are you guys excited?
Yeah. I think yesterday I got a bit confused. I was quite tired, and thinking on it overnight. I think it's really good. I think it's really good signing, really good. And what it's not just about the signing; it's about like Arsenal's intent. Right? They're actually looking at, and they've actually looked at buying this new goalkeeper on loan. My only sort of issue with it is that if they play really well, right, is there a chance that Ødegaard could end up going back to Real Madrid, or we can buy him on a permanent?
No,
so I haven't really looked into.
Listen, can I ask
there is. Wait, well, there is.
Why is it that we do something good, but first thing you think about
I'm
is
not negative. I'm not negative.
No,
negative.
I'm
just worried
that first thing you think about is the worst case scenario.
It's just I just hope that Arsenal can just say, yeah, all right, he's really good. We'll pay the money. Done.
Okay.
No, but the thing is, I know what the basically the deal in the summer we'll be able to negotiate with Real Madrid. That's part of the deal.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. If they've done that, then absolutely, I'm definitely happy with it.
Hopefully, it's not
Ahmed.
How you doing, bro?
Good, man. It's safe to say you watch a lot more. What do you call it? Of the other leagues. Have you seen Ødegaard, and have you seen him play in the Eredivisie or in La Liga in the past 2 years?
I didn't watch him in Holland, but I watched him in Spain a bit, and he's a quality player, man. Like, is he confirmed to Arsenal?
It's pretty much nailed on. 90% of the deal is done. This is some of his statistics that I'm just looking at on the screen.
As a loan or as a?
Okay, so this is the situation. So they're saying that Fabrizio Romano has reported that the deal on the table is a loan deal, possibly with 6 months left to go. Then you got David Ornstein, who reported that the deal is pretty much done and it's 90% done, and the player has already on his way to travel to the UK. Okay. And in between this whole shock of what was going on this morning, we had the report of this guy being signed, the goalkeeper being signed. So it's like, what's going on? Let me pull it up for you right here.
Ødegaard is a quality player, man. Like, if you can get him on a permanent deal, that's ridiculous because he's really good and he's really young as well. But the thing is, I don't think you will get him on a permanent, because Real Madrid would be dumb if they sell him.
No. The thing is, Real Madrid are looking to give us an option to buy.
It's not a deal.
If you can get an option to buy, it's a quality deal.
If
it's only a loan, that's the thing. I don't know if Arsenal really needs just a loan, because you guys need players who will progress in your team for the future, not 6 months and then go back to Real Madrid.
But this is why it's good they've acted now on terms of getting also a backup goalkeeper, because you can see we lose Leno, we're screwed. So it's good they're actually, like, for once. Usually we sat here in January and gone, oh, Arsenal, like, we need players. Can you do something? Right? But they've actually gone out and not just got a loan, but a quality player, like, and actually looked at it. Yeah. And that's what I'm really happy about.
Yeah, I've talked to my friends I talked to my friends that are Real Madrid fans. They told me that they're really gutted that he's leaving because he's a quality guy. They feel he's unlucky to not start for Real Madrid. Because obviously there's a lot of competitions. Zidane don't prefer him. So if Arsenal can get him, that's a quality deal, man.
Do you guys know how much his release clause is at Real Madrid?
Over like 200 million.
310 million.
Exactly. No,
but
you know why? I know why they do that. Basically, every Spanish team must have a release clause.
Yeah.
So they put these up so no one buys them. Because
They
once
did the same with
Barca,
Benzema. I think Benzema had like 800
yeah,
million.
because do you remember when Barca put 200 million for Neymar, and it was a little bit of a mistake because someone would actually come in and pay that. So obviously they pay out. I think Benzema's release clause is £1 billion. So exactly.
Yeah.
But Sam,
Yeah. So
right?
his
the
release
reason-
clause.
So I
Go
was just
ahead.
going to say the reason they've done that is because you look at what we did with Thomas Partey on the last day. Is we just went and we don't have to go, unlike the UK where we've got to go to the teams and pay the release clause, right? They took it to the league and right, snatched it from under them. So that's why they were really sort of angry with us that the fact we've gone on the last day, snatched it in the last minute. So they're running around trying to find a backup and end up getting Torreira. And that's why they've priced them so highly, because that's not what we're going to pay, honestly. That's not what we're going to pay for Ødegaard if we went to go and get a permanent deal, right? They didn't negotiate that.
Yeah.
But it's just to put off like people snatching it from under them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I do in FIFA. I put a really high offer on FIFA, right? So if they do snatch them on me, I've got money to spend to go get a replacement.
Okay, yeah, bro. Of course. When it comes to 1 second, let's get TJ in here. TJ, what were you gonna say?
When Martin Ødegaard lands in the UK, do we know how long he has to quarantine? Because I don't really want him to miss the Manchester United game. I think we need him for that game.
There's a thing when the government say elite level sports. So if they're constantly tested and they test negative, they can play.
So he doesn't need to quarantine?
No, I don't think so. You just got to test negative. But I think that's not going to be the case because Zidane tested positive for coronavirus. We wish him well. So maybe he was in contact with Zidane. We don't know. So we have to wait and see.
His market value on Transfermarkt is 36 million.
Miguel, I have a question.
Yeah.
If let's say Ødegaard comes to Arsenal, right?
Yeah.
Will he start over Emile Smith-Rowe? Because my personal opinion is that he's much better than Emile Smith-Rowe. But Emile Smith-Rowe is having a good of form right now. So are you going to bench him over Ødegaard if he comes?
I think he would be coming in as an actual. He would be coming in as cover to help. He would not come in immediately and start. If that's what you're asking me, I think Emile Smith-Rowe, he would need to take Emile Smith-Rowe out of his spot. But you know what? Let's look at where Ødegaard ranks.
Can I just quickly share a report about the Premier League stars on the quarantine?
No.
Because I've just looked at it and they've said that even if they're positive, negative, they've still got quarantine for 14 days.
Okay, so yeah, so let's just.
That means he'll miss the Man United game. Pretty sure.
1 second, we got Tyler Ruben Smith. What's going on, bro?
Yo, what's up?
Chat to me.
I think this Ødegaard signing would be good because obviously, if he came into the team, he's gonna help. He could help Smith-Rowe while he's in the team, and obviously, it's not too much pressure on Smith-Rowe while he's in the team. So I feel like Ødegaard coming in, especially given that versatile, he would be a very good signing.
Wow. Do you guys see this? La Liga players to make the most progressive passes. Okay, so players. This is a chart to show players that make the most progressive passes. Right, open play passes per 90 minutes into the final third, and then open play passes per 90 minutes into the penalty area. Right. So you have Santi Cazorla, all these guys, Denis Suarez, Busquets. Who's knocking on the door? 1 second. You guys chat amongst yourselves. I'm just gonna get the door.
Right.
Steven, you still time to shine.
Oh, it's my time to shine, is it? Okay. I've heard about Bertrand possibly coming to Arsenal as a cover for as a left back for Tierney. I wondered what your thoughts on that.
You know what? The thing about Bertrand is, I'm not really a big fan of him. I know he's a backup, but I'm sure there's someone from the academy that could play left back.
Because I think the thing is that. Sorry, I'll just say is that the reason I said that probably earlier, I made a mistake of saying that he might be covered for a right back. He could be covered for a right back for Bellerin, because if he plays on the left, say when we want to rest Tierney, he can then like come in as cover, and then we could play Maitland-Niles as a right back. I wonder what you think's in that.
Don't you think that Cedric has proven himself to get the right back?
Yeah,
spot?
but
And then
well,
maybe
it ends up them two fighting each other for that place, but it keeps Hector Bellerin out the side.
My neighbor called. My neighbor came and she's asking me about some stupidness.
She could be watching you, gal. Be careful.
Yeah, she knows you're live, you go.
I've never met her in my life. Some random rocker with like black jet hair and like a bunch of face rings. Crazy. Anyways, no, not judging people. Just saying it's weird. Okay, moving on. Ødegaard. So, quick question: has anybody seen him play for a full 90 minutes?
No, I haven't had a chance. No, sorry.
I've seen him play for 90 minutes like twice
Yeah, I've seen-
last season.
Yeah.
I've seen him play for Norway a couple times.
I've seen it from Real Sociedad sometimes.
No, man. No, I've seen highlights, but not for 90 minutes. No.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Norway games. Him and Haaland make a good partnership, but then again, it's Erling Haaland. So
Okay. Have you watched the game, saying to yourself you're gonna watch him play?
No, because when you watch Norway, you watch Erling Haaland, not Ødegaard. Come on.
Okay, so I'm getting to a point here now. The excitement and the vitriol and everyone getting super gassed about it. Do you feel like it's wrong? Do you feel like it's a little bit too much? Because
No.
I'm starting to get gassed, and I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I haven't watched this guy play enough for me to get gassed, but I'm starting to get sucked into it.
I don't think it is. I think you guys are entitled to be
very,
gassed.
very, very good player.
You guys have every right to be gassed. He's a good player. He was underappreciated at Real Madrid, and now he's come to your team, and we know how good he is. Maybe you guys haven't seen him play, but what I've seen of him, I think he can do bits. But it's only a short space of time he's going to be there. Obviously, he is on loan, but he has a lot to deliver, and I feel like he can do something at Arsenal.
The thing is,
I would say the thing is as well. I think the most thing I'm probably gassed about is the fact that the way Arsenal they're moving in the transfer market, they're actually not just letting this play out, and like they're actually acting on this what has been a poor of a season. So they're making the right moves. That's what I'm really looking forward to. Is that they look like they're going in a new direction and a positive direction.
The thing with Ødegaard is, like 5 years ago, this guy was a youngster celebrity. He was overhyped, but I think he has proven himself in Eredivisie and in Real Sociedad last year. So I think you have any rights to be gassed about him. It was 5 years ago. I would say, yeah, it's a bit overreacting. But this guy has proven himself in 2 years now.
Just no music videos.
What do you mean?
Just no music videos.
This is
like
my own
Party
Twitter. This is my own Twitter, so I know what's on here. I'm not going to show you.
You guys don't be showing those the messages of the beef.
Yeah. Okay, so we're also linked to. If you guys don't know, we're also linked to. Who has a bird in the background?
That's me. It's about it.
Okay, TJ. I was like, what the hell is going on? Okay, so if you guys see, so we already signed. We got a backup for Runnerson, and we're linked to 2 other left backs now. This is what I mean by I'm happy because of. I'm not happy because we signed a goalkeeper. I'm happy because we're actually looks like we're gonna get some stuff done. We could possibly get a left back. We could get Bertrand or Telefico. Like these kind of moves are the kind of moves you want to see your club making in the January window. Just getting somebody in to fill a gap. It doesn't necessarily have to be somebody you want to buy on a permanent.
Why would Telefico go to Arsenal?
It's not about that. It's the fact that Telefico has been looking for a move for a long time, and if Arsenal can offer him the right package, he'll move on. He's 28 years old and still at Ajax. Ajax usually sell their projects.
I don't think he wants to be a second choice to Tierney, because Tagliafico is a real quality player.
That's the thing. Tierney Tierney owns that position. Simple as that.
To me, the Bertrand one makes a little bit more sense.
Oh, the Bertrand one makes more sense. And it's like I just said earlier while you were knocking on the door, is that the thing with Bertrand is if he's cover for Tierney, it means we don't have to put Maitland-Niles as left wing back, so we can put him as right wing back as cover for Bellerin. You just got to answer something. Be a bit soon.
All right, I'll just take you out. All right, so guys, let's move on to the next thing. How much do we know about Ødegaard? Because I feel like a lot of people don't know a lot about him.
Everyone knew about him in 2014. Do you remember? Where everyone's saying this guy's going to be the next big thing.
He was a youngster celebrity.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was 15 years old when he signed for Arsenal.
Do you know who
No,
Chavez
Real
is?
Madrid.
Again.
Real Madrid.
I mean Real Madrid. My head's gone, guys. My head's gone.
Guys, do you know who Chavez Simons is at PSG? The guy with the long afro hair. It's the same thing. They are youngsters who are celebrities. They're being hyped when they haven't even played. That was the case with Ødegaard before. But he has actually got minutes now. He's playing good he played good at Real Sociedad. So it's a good signing at the end of the day. But 5 years ago, he was a celebrity signing, a celebrity youngster.
Okay. Now, Martin Ødegaard is preferred to Arsenal instead of Real Sociedad. He opted to go to the Gunners instead of Real Sociedad. Ødegaard is not really valued by Zidane and has grown tired of waiting for his opportunity. Now, every single story is slightly different. This story sounds like it was made by somebody who's close to Arsenal, because in my opinion, what I heard was Real Madrid preferred him to come to Arsenal over Sociedad because they prefer the style of play. Literally a few seconds ago, I showed you guys this from Gian Balaguer. So which one can we believe? Can we believe the report from Balaguer, or can we or the report from whoever Copa are?
I think Balaguer maybe.
Yeah, Gideon Balg. Listen, it's not. He's going to come to Arsenal because he believes that.
Yeah, he's not going to Sociedad. He's coming to Arsenal.
Yeah, it's pretty much done. This morning they said it was done, and that's when I felt like immediately after we got the goalkeeper, they went, okay, what does Arsenal need? Tierney's replacement. Let's start linking.
I got a lesson, bro. I got to head out.
I go, bro. Have a good one. But yeah, quick thoughts on Ryan on Matt Ryan. First, Ads. Where'd he go? Ads is not there. Brendan's in the house.
Yo, how we doing?
Brendan, you wanted signings. You got 2 signings in the same day.
I know.
So what do you think?
Yeah. I'm pleased we've got a backup goalkeeper. You know, he's levels above Ronison. Let's just be honest about that. He's got experience in the Premier League as well. He's played over 100 games. Hopefully we don't have to rely on him too much, but you know, at least we've got somebody who we can rely upon if we need to.
Yeah.
Ødegaard, that one's a little bit strange for me. I mean, I don't know too much about the player. I know he's got quality, but 4 months, that's all he's going to get. It's just a loan deal. It might take him a little while to settle into the league. Let's just hope he can hit the ground running. But no, I'm pleased to see we've got a couple of signings.
Okay. What part of it are you now? Are you worried about? I'm confused.
Well, with the Ødegaard one,
yeah,
the fact that he's only here for 4 months, and the fact that it might just take him a little while to settle into the league. If it takes him a while to settle into the league, then I don't think we'll see too much of it. But I don't know. It's an interesting one. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I know he's a good player. He had a good loan spell at Real Sociedad as well. He can offer us something different. But if it does take him a little while to settle into the league, then we might not see too much of him.
Okay, we haven't seen the details yet, but can I? This morning when I woke up, I the first report that I read, guys, was that Arsenal were pushing for an 18-month loan deal. 18-month loan deal. So if the facts of the 18-month loan deal turn out to be the truth and not the fact that Real Madrid want 6 months with no option to buy, the 2 clubs went into negotiation contracts. They spoke about the deal. They already told the player to come over to Arsenal. So no matter what, a deal is happening, be it 6 months or 18 months. To me, the difference between 6 months and 18 months is what satisfies fans. Personally, if it's going to be an 18-month contract with an option to buy, Arsenal are the biggest winners.
100%. If it's
So then that means we're not getting Grealish. That means no Grealish in the summer.
No, that not necessarily. If you have a player on 2 months where you're just paying his wages and you haven't paid for his transfer fee, you're actually saving money on the player. And at the
No,
end
but if
of
we
it,
had him on an 18-month loan, I can't see the club getting Grealish as well.
okay.
If we have
So you're
Ødegaard.
saying if an 18-month loan goes down for Ødegaard, you don't see any possibility of the deal being for anybody else in the summer?
No, we will get someone. I just don't think it'll be a Cam if we get Ødegaard on an 18-month loan deal.
Listen, if I told you that we could still get Jack Grealish, we'd still have Emil Smith Rowe, and we'd have Ødegaard for a loan for 18 months. Would you call me crazy?
Yes.
Yeah,
I would
probably.
go crazy.
Okay, the Jack Grealish deal, we know how much it was going to cost us. Arsenal are never going to pay that kind of money. We were going to have to need Aston Villa to lower their valuation. But Ødegaard, 18-month loan, fills a gap. If he works out, we might not need to go for a Grealish we might not need to go for a Buendia. You know what I mean? But we could still possibly go for a Grealish because, in my opinion, Grealish would solve more issues in that he can play more positions. Actually, Ødegaard has played like 6 positions. That's weird to say. I don't know. What do you guys think?
He can play on the right as well, can't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
you
playing
guys
on the
just
right.
talk amongst yourselves for a second.
What I would say is about with the Grealish. Grealish still, like you're going to be competing if he's going to be sold by Aston Villa. One, the price is going to be high, no matter what, and they're not going to lower their valuation, right? Because you know clubs like Man United and us will need the player. So getting someone like Grealish, you're going to be trying to outbid Man United, for example, right, who are heavily linked, and I don't see that happening. But I would even be happy if we manage to get these signings on a permanent deal in the summer, and if he's hit the ground running in the side, then we can just look at other areas of the pitch rather than focusing so much on getting another sentiment.
Okay, so
I mean,
let me
we could
stop
get-
everybody. Let me stop everybody right there. Okay, the first thing I want to ask you guys, every single one of you guys in the comment section, and every single one here, right, one by one. I will start with you, TJ, and then the people in the comment section also answered. Also, if you were told that this guy comes in and it was 18-month loan deal with an option to buy, can you be mad at that, TJ?
No, definitely not.
Steven,
No, definitely not.
Ahmed.
No. It will be a steal if you can get him.
Oh, Sonny's here. I didn't even see that. Indiana's here too. Sonny, 18-month loan deal for Ødegaard with an option to buy. Would that make you happy?
If it is an 18-month loan deal, it would make me happy. If it was a 4-month loan deal, I think I think we might get another Denis Suarez, because obviously it's going to take time for them to adjust the league. So I'll be a lot more happy with an 18-month loan deal than a 4-month loan deal. But I think you know the fact that he could play on the right is another nail in Pepe's coffin, and it's also is another nail in Williams' coffin as well, because I can see Ødegaard and Smith Rowe playing in the same team. Yeah, especially if it's an 18-month loan deal.
Good
Yo,
show.
Gio, thanks for coming on, Gio. Before you go, yeah.
No, go ahead, sir. My bad.
Yeah, no, just say your final thoughts and then
Nah, basically, you know, with the Ødegaard, it's like at AC Milan we have Brahim Diaz. One of those are gonna get sold, and what reports are right now in Spain is they want Brahim Diaz back. Right now, they're trying to offer us like Lucas Vasquez. So I don't know if Zidane is still in charge and he doesn't rate Ødegaard, then I think Arsenal have like a great chance of signing him if you guys get a loan option. But they've been very cautious. Real Madrid have been very cautious because they sold Esteo Hernandez without any buyback option, and that went to bite them in the butt because now he's worth like 60, 70 million, and they don't have no option to bring him back.
True. Thanks, Gio. Thanks for coming on, Gio. Appreciate it. Next, before we go, I'm just gonna freshen up the panel. Thanks for coming on, TJ. speak to you next time. Steven, same thing. There's just a bunch of there's too many of us here. So now there's 6 of us now. Okay, so guys, the main question is, what is your skepticism of this deal, Indiana?
I mean, Gio's pretty much backed up my thoughts on it. I'm thinking Arsenal don't have a great track record recently of identifying the right players. They've thrown money at the problem a lot of the time, and I'm not throwing salt. I'm just being real. That's what's happened, right? You look at the Pepe. You look what William came in for 250 grand, and I know you finally got rid of Ozil, which is great for your club. That's incredible. Where I am a little bit concerned with this deal is Real Madrid aren't doing great right now, and I know they have to move players out because they've got stadium build come in and players they want to get in, freshen up, what have you. How many options for number 10 were there, for one? Why can't he push for to get into the first 11 or even the squad for Real Madrid? And I'm not buying all this falling out with Zidane stuff. I'm not buying it at all. I just question how long have the club been looking at this player? Like, if this is a player they've been looking at for the last 2 seasons, right? Then I'll be like, okay, there is a plan with this one.
Can I stop you quickly? Nobody knew he was available. He became available on the market. Arsenal seen an opportunity to pounce, and we became opportunistic.
They weren't the only ones in for him, though, were they?
There was 5 clubs in for him.
They weren't the only ones in for him.
Napoli, Inter, AC Milan, Napoli, Inter, Ajax, Leicester, and Real Sociedad. So from all those clubs, in my opinion, we're bigger than all of them, except for Ajax, maybe.
But we know with Leicester, they couldn't do it because of the wage structure.
Okay.
That's the reason why Leicester didn't go for him. And this is what I'm saying to you. I'm concerned about Arsenal throwing money at the problem. This isn't me throwing salt. It's about, this is Arsenal Football Club. This isn't a small club. Are you identifying the right players? Is this the player that can really grab the game by the scruff of the neck and take you forward? Is this the player for that? This is what I'm asking. And I hope he does well because I like him.
I don't think it's actually meant to sort of take us forward. I don't think they want to stop Emil Smith-Rowe's progress as well. So, do they really want to buy that stellar player right now? If he's going to stop Smith-Rowe, and Ødegaard was he was supposed to be the next best thing when he was younger.
7 years ago.
So it might just actually be, if Arsenal haven't got an option to buy, he might really pull up trees and Real Madrid get back a player who's ripped out where he done that for Sociedad.
I agree. He's a good player, Sonny. I'm not knocking the player himself. He's got all the talent. It's not that. It's. I'm a Man United fan, so I feel I can speak on this. I
wouldn't mind Bruno Fernandes right now.
That's what I'm. Yeah, well, that's a great comparison. They've brought in a player who leads by example, has changed the mentality of a football club, just from his energy on the pitch. This is what I'm saying. You have to have elite players, or not even just elite players with that experience or that desire in front of players like Smith-Rowe. Smith-Rowe should be challenging a top player to get in the side. That's what I'm saying to you. And I don't know whether a young player like Ødegaard really offers that to Smith-Rowe. That's what I'm asking.
Indiana, do you think Arsenal can get a world-class player right now?
I don't know whether it has to. I don't know whether it needs to be a world-class player. I mean, I personally, if I was Arsenal, I'd be looking at a summer transfer for someone like James Ward-Prowse. It might seem silly to you, might seem stupid to you, but the guy works hard. He guarantees you 10, 15 goals a season from set pieces. Is a different option, and someone who's Premier League proven, a leader.
James Ward-Prowse would never come to us on a loan because Southampton would never loan us James Ward-Prowse.
No.
The thing we have with Ødegaard is it's an opportunity to get a player who's of the quality of an Arsenal level, fills the gap that we need filled with a young person with the room to grow and possibly turn into the next star, which he was supposed to be touted 7 years ago when he was 15.
My only drawback with that, though, with that argument, is if he is going to just be there to fill the gap, and there's no options to sign him in the long run, then wouldn't you have just got someone ready-made like an Isco?
It's speculation, Sonny. It's speculation. Right now, there's 3 possible rumors. Okay, the 3 rumors are: A, Arsenal has a option to buy 18-month loan deal. B, Arsenal has an option to buy 6-month loan deal. C, Arsenal has no option to buy, and it's just a loan deal until the end of the season. To me, if it's one of the 2 in the middle, I'll take it. If it's the third one, we just have to suffer the consequences. What happens at the end?
I don't think it's about the question if he's good or not, because he's a quality player. The question is if you can get an option to buy. Because why would you loan him for 6 months and he will not adapt to the league? It will be another Denis Suarez, or if he get injured. So for me, the important thing for Arsenal is to get the option to buy. But the other thing is, I don't think Real Madrid will sell him. That's why I don't think this is a good deal. I think it's a good deal if you get the option to buy. But other than that, I don't know.
I agree with you, but you know what though? I mean, Arsenal were trying to offload players, and they're willing to give them options to buy. For instance, Torreira, Guendouzi, Kolasinac, and they didn't get options to buy with none of them, or compulsory to buy. I don't. Maybe not off in there.
Can I show you guys his release clause, by the way?
Yeah, do that.
Let me just show you guys his release clause, okay?
It's something ridiculous.
Get ready to open your mouth and just be shocked. Like I looked this up on the internet just to see what his release clause is. It's 311 million.
It's because in La Liga, they have a rule that they need to have a release clause on each player. Again.
Oh? This is a mad rule.
It's a rule in La Liga. You need to have a release clause on each player. So imagine if you become great, it would be a case of Partey or Neymar, where the value release clause is low, and another club go and buy them. So that's the reason.
Yeah, Arsenal buy him at that price.
No, but
you're not going to like this, but it might be better for you in the long run if he flops. And the reason I say this is if he kills it this season, right, the price will go up on him. No, forget about the 300 million thing, like that, whatever his actual price that Real Madrid are willing to take. The price will go up on him. Yeah. Either Arsenal are going to pay that and take the risk after seeing him for a few months, or the world is going to know that you want that creative player, and any player is going to be expensive.
That really makes sense.
This is what I'm saying.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes complete sense. Makes complete sense. You have a player that comes in. You have a player that comes in on loan, kills it. Right? They put the price up. You either take that or you don't. If you don't take that, everybody knows you're in the market for one.
In the end, I agree with you.
If everybody knows you're desperate for a player,
it's different.
They hold up, don't they? Yeah, I
know
the buyout option is different.
There's no guarantee that
there's
no guarantee that he'll come to Arsenal though. That's one. It's like driving the car, getting a flat tire, just so they could go and buy a new one. Yeah. So there's no guarantee that he'll come to Arsenal.
Bro, it's basically a lease.
It's true.
We're leasing the player basically, and we have a choice at the end of the lease if we can buy the player, or if we don't have the choice, we're gonna have to pay more to get the player. That's what's gonna be. And if it turns into a Dani Ceballos situation, like how Dani Ceballos almost went to Man City because he was playing so well, I'll be pissed. But if it turns into a Leicester City situation?
One thing we've learned that it's not FIFA, and even though you've got the best players in FIFA, not everyone that comes from Real Madrid are going to be world beaters, because Dani Ceballos is far from a world beater for Arsenal.
Okay, so Daniel's here. Daniel Spencer said something to me on Twitter, and he wanted to come on and say it. Daniel, what were you saying to me? You've watched him play.
Yeah. Come on, man. You know what it is? I'm a Real Sociedad man, innit? So I was watching Real Sociedad without really even taking him in. And when I was watching Real Sociedad, I was impressed with him. And then I researched him, and I realized, he's on loan from Real Madrid. But this was like early last season. But yeah, he's a quality player, man. He's a quality
He
player.
is.
I don't think we're in the position to even be moaning about this.
No,
Like,
we're not moaning now.
Can I ask you
can't
guys?
be moaning about this, and we can't compare him to Danny Ceballos. We cannot compare this guy to Danny Ceballos either.
Can I
Danny
ask you guys?
Ceballos has done more than him, though, hasn't he?
Can I ask you guys?
As Danny Ceballos, Danny Ceballos, was at more or less the same level, wasn't they? He was captain.
No.
Danny Ceballos was captain.
Sonny, you're going crazy. Ceballos on the same level.
Well, I've never seen the guy. I don't know. I know nothing of the guy. I've never seen him.
I agree with Sonny. I agree with Sonny.
Yeah, but if you say you've never seen the guy, and then you're saying him and Danny Ceballos are on the same
No,
level.
what I'm saying is they're two both young players. Danny Ceballos was very highly rated, especially when obviously Spain played in the under-20 tournament they won. Danny Ceballos was very highly rated as well.
Yeah, I agree with Sonny. Ceballos was hyped before he went to Arsenal.
Brendan, you were going to say something. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to ask this question, right? So let's say we take him on a 6-month loan with the option to buy at the end of it. He does all right, yeah. He scores a few goals, creates a few assists, and this, that, and the other. And we have the option to then buy him for let's just say the price is quoted at £80 million, because you've got to bear in mind that his release clause is 311. Real Madrid will probably say around about £80 million. What would you do then? Would you then take that option to buy him, or would you forget about that and then go and get Jack Grealish for 80 million or 100 million pound? Because this is what I'm saying. Like, surely you're better off getting a ready-made player in Jack Grealish, who already knows the league, than what you are.
Jack Grealish is not coming to Arsenal. Jack Grealish is not coming to Arsenal. That's a
Jack
fact.
Grealish would come to Arsenal if we paid the money. Guarantee you.
No.
Yes, he would.
This Jack Grealish talk. No.
That's exactly what you have to get away from at that club.
That's
exactly what you have to get away from. Is paying stupid prices for players, man. That you shouldn't be wishing that for this club. Not at all. It just stitches you up.
Can I just say, I don't know whether it's because it's an Arsenal podcast or you fans on your own podcast and stuff. But when a young player's broke through, right? And everyone turns around and says, well, we don't want him to stunt his progress. I mean, I just said it a minute ago. A club like Man City, for instance, would say, I don't care. I'll go and buy someone equally as good. And they can fight out for the place. But at Arsenal, for some reason, sentiment always comes into it. I mean, what do you guys think?
Yeah, no, I agree.
I would have to agree. Because
but you got to blame that on Arsene Wenger for not making any proper shrewd signings for how many years. So obviously we're starving. So any little
Arsenal fans, for some reason they don't want two exceptional players battling out for one position. They want to feel sorry for the one who's not playing.
I think the issue. Sorry, let me respond to that. I think the thing is there's a part of the fan base that does not want to stunt Emil Smith Rowe's growth because he's a homegrown talent and you want to see him do well. And a lot of people are saying Ødegaard coming in would stunt his growth, but they don't see Jack Grealish as stunting his growth because they see
I don't care.
Emil Smith Rowe.
I don't care personally.
Yeah, but surely
I like his Smith Rowe.
Competition for places is competition for places. That's good for
exactly. Surely by having,
for example, if you look at competition for places, look at Luke Shaw, for example. Telles comes in, Luke Shaw looks another level. That's why De Gea. De Gea looks. He's not making no mistakes this season because he knows I mess up. Henderson's coming in, and United fans aren't going to complain if Henderson comes in because he's still a very good goalkeeper. So he letting players know they have that on their back.
Yeah,
that is either going to make them or break them. It shows you whether they're strong or whether they're weak. If we get in competition, let's say for AWB, because people are saying we need competition for AWB, which I agree with. We get competition for AWB. He does not step up to the plate, then he shouldn't be here. So then we should get in that competition. It will show you who the people you need to have at Arsenal and who the people you don't need to have.
I think it's just about the way.
I was saying, so many players left Arsenal said they was on easy street. Said like Theo Walcott said it the other day. It was the most recent one to say it. There was never any pressure. Bellerin said it every week.
That's what I'm saying. It's about.
Kirsten, I'm gonna take you out. Okay, talk to you next time.
In a bit, bro.
That's what I'm questioning. I'm questioning with Arsenal their ability to identify players and to know the right time to move players in and out.
I don't think this is the
if
time
there's
to
if there's an option to buy.
though.
Well, of course it is. You just signed players.
But
No,
it's
no,
simple
no,
answer to that. Simple answer.
The reason why I say that is we are filling gaps. We are not buying players to be permanent deals. This is not buying a goalkeeper like Matt Ryan and saying
It's
why
because
did
we don't act like a big club again. That's why we don't act like a big club.
That's the point I'm making.
This is great. This is not bad. How is this bad? Do you expect us to
No, I'm
go
not saying it's bad.
there?
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying they're still paying for the mistakes of the old regime. You know, because Arteta at the moment has to be very reactionary rather than plan something.
Okay. I think this is the most proactive we have been in years. This January window and last January window shows me that we are actually focused on what's going on the football pitch more than what's going on in the back office. Because last January, we actually went out and solved our issues with Pablo Marie and Cedric when we had injury crises. This year, we don't have a backup goalkeeper.
No, it didn't. So Cedric before the other game the other day, he only played 5 minutes for Premier League football.
No, my point is when Cedric came in, he came in as cover when we had a situation where we didn't know what we were going to do with the right back situation. We bought Pablo Mari when we had an injury crisis at center back. Right now, we don't have a backup goalkeeper. We bought this guy, Matt Ryan. He's coming in immediately, and not only is he coming in, he has an English passport, so he's homegrown, and he's scheduled to play against Southampton next game.
Let's not make him out to be any good, Gal, because he ain't any good.
He was the
third.
No, but this is
Yeah, but he's a good backup keeper. He's a backup keeper.
Yeah, but it's a great signing in the sense that we don't have any cost. We don't have any risk and not too much of a loss. This is just overall to me. It's only gains. We have a backup goalkeeper who has 120 games in the league, Premier League proven.
And he was
you guys need to remember it's hard to make business.
Wait, hold on, one at a time.
Go ahead, Ahmed.
You guys need to remember it's hard to make business now. Like no big clubs is making business right now. I'm a PSG fan. All our signings last summer was loan signings. We didn't make any permanent signings. We have hard money.
I agree with you. The only reason I said that is because I don't want Arsenal fans to Ryan is obviously a big upgrade on Ornstein, but I don't want Arsenal fans to think he's the next coming of whoever, because he is what he is. He's just backup goalkeeper.
Listen, the only reason why he doesn't play for Brighton is because he fell out with the board. He's a decent goalkeeper. The guy's had over 100 appearances in the league.
I don't think
I know what Sonny
wanted.
Sonny wanted Neto from Barcelona because he plays for Barcelona.
No, what I wanted is if we're going to sell Martinez, which was the wrong decision in my opinion, was to get a lot more than 20 million for him.
But what I'm trying to say, right, with the Martinez situation, listen to the Martinez situation now. The guy did not want to stay. He did not.
You can't say that. You can't say that because he stayed at Arsenal for 10 years as a number 2.
Yeah, but this
guys,
season,
let me stop you guys 1 second. Let me read the super chat and we'll come back to everything, okay? Arsenal need to get an option to buy at a decent price. What do you call it? Maldini was an admirer and put in a buy option for Tomori because he knows if he performs, his price would be outrageous and he would just go back. So obviously, Gio is saying we need to have an option to buy, which I think every single one of us agrees. And then we can go back to what you guys were discussing.
What's that in regard to the Ødegaard option to buy?
Yeah.
But do you see
sorry, 1 second. People, there's 108. There's almost 200 of you guys. There's 50 likes. Come on, that's disrespectful. Hit up the likes. Let's at least get to 100 before we finish. Go ahead, guys.
Do you know what? We called it out on Monsters channel, the likes, and they flew up. I want to see them.
Yeah, the Kiddie G, in regards to the Ødegaard option to buy situation, we don't know the contractual situation. We don't even know if it's a 12 months, 6 months, 18 months. So we don't know. We could get him on an 18-month loan and then get him on the cheap. We don't know. So as fact, sometimes we've just got to relax and take it day by day rather than acting like we're actually in the football club. We're not in it.
As fans, we can only give our opinion on the limited knowledge that we've got of what's going on inside the club. We're giving our knowledge on what we think. Because one story
that's where fans go wrong. Limited knowledge. You can't have
we're just having a conversation amongst ourselves. One train of thought says Zidane doesn't fancy him. Another train of thought says Zidane's not going to be there, so Real Madrid want all their players back. So it's true, none of us know what's going on, but we can only base our opinions on what we do know.
Yeah. Brendan, just before you go, I'm just going to take Daniel out. Daniel, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it, man.
No problem, my guy.
And then Benjamin, what were you going to say?
Yeah, I was going to contribute. If you look at Arsenal Football Club, so many problems in the past with buying players and getting them off. For example, Arteta has, I like kudos to Arteta on the board for this one. It's not easy to get. You can't. The club financially, what they tell us is, there's not enough money to spend. Not enough money. You can't get good players. You can't get the best players. Let me say the best players. So now he has brought in a good goalkeeper, probably proven. Even if it's on a short term, it's going to be a good cover for Leno, for the Europa League games, for other cup games. We have to play Leno throughout the season because of the other guy that is going to be loaned out. He brought in Ødegaard. Ødegaard, if you watch La Liga, Real Sociedad last season, he balled. Arteta had problem with Saliba. We, Arsenal fans, we complained that, you're not playing Saliba. But we knew Saliba was good, right? We wanted him to play. But Arteta said, no, not ready. But yeah, we were angry, but he loaned him out. We fans can't say, Saliba is not good, that's why he can't make the squad. It has to be, this is not the right time. Look, same situation with Zidane and the youngsters in Real Madrid. He has not been able to shuffle his team. Almost same team playing week in, week out. Just a little bit of addition of either Vinicius or Rodrigo. He's not rotating his squad very well. So, but now, with Ødegaard, he has to let him go. The boy wants to play football. He wants to play football. So you can't just say, because he's coming to the club. Yeah, Ødegaard has bigger presence, bigger creativity than ESR. Yes. He has Ødegaard is more. Not being biased, Ødegaard is more creative than ESR. He has played more football in the competitive stage more than Smith Rowe. He's not going to hinder his progress. Not at all. Arsenal at this point, many players are so expensive. Boenja was called at 50 million pounds. You can't get Grealish because of the financial implication of it. The club keep complaining. We don't know what this financial situation is, but the club is able to make certain.
Brother, could you wrap it up, please? Because you've been going for a minute. I just want to know what's the gist of what you're saying.
So I think this is a good one for the club. You need backup. You need proper squad depth. Yes.
All right, bro. Respect, Benjamin. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Man.
I actually think the goalkeeper signing. I personally, if I was an Arsenal fan, I wouldn't have an issue with that. I would just be, and I don't really have a concern about the Ødegaard signing itself. It's more about how much energy went into that deal. That's based on previous transfers for Arsenal. When you look at like the Pepes and then the Williams, and it just makes you think like how much preparation is going in. What's the recruitment like? Are your scouts good enough?
We ain't got any. The sector. The sector, that's
No, but do you know what I mean though? That's the only reason why I would question the Ødegaard deal. That's the only reason why I would question it. Like I'm just saying, don't be surprised if you don't get this superstar, and don't be surprised if don't be surprised if he really kicks on and does well, because he's got talent. He really has.
Yeah, the only thing I can say is if I was in Ødegaard's place, is he was playing for Real Sociedad last season, and he got a lot of game time. So if he wasn't guaranteed game time, or as a short loan deal for Arsenal, would he take that risk to come to the Premier League, a different league, just for 3 or 4 months? It'd be a bit of a risk for him.
Yeah. Brendan, you were gonna say something before I cut you off. My apologies earlier. What were you gonna say?
That's all right, mate. Yeah, no, I was just saying, like, we've got to be sceptical about the deal because we've seen this happen so many times before. We've seen players come in on short loan deals and it's not worked out. And it's not necessarily got anything to do with like the quality of the player because it's clear to see that he does have quality. It's just Arsenal and their recruitment style is just shocking. It really is. And it has been for many years.
That's another thing as well.
Talking about Arsenal's recruitment, can I just say this window, if we are to get rid of Socrates, get rid of Ozil, get rid of Kolasinac, possibly move out either Mustafi or Runerson on loan, and bring in a Matt Ryan, an Ødegaard, and maybe a Ryan Bertrand.
It's a great window.
It's not a window where anybody's doing anything. If we're able to get 3 signings in a window where Man City hasn't signed anybody, Liverpool hasn't signed anybody, Manchester United's about to do their first signing, Chelsea hasn't signed anybody. In my opinion, we are actually doing stuff when we should be doing stuff. Even though we're desperate, we're making the best of a bad situation.
Yeah, but let's not celebrate it, Gal. Let's not celebrate it. The fact that Ozil's gone, Socrates gone, and Mustafi might go, Kolasinac has gone, and the rest of them. It's not something to be celebrated. It's something to be. It's like going to a funeral. It's all it is. It's something that you need to do, right? But you can't celebrate it because they should never got them in the first place.
Can I just pick up on what you said, Ødegaard? Like the difference there with Man United and Chelsea is that they're identifying players that fit their sides. They're going for their first choice players or nothing right now. And I know it's tough for Arsenal. I know it's tough, but football's about balance. So it's about buying the players that complement each other. You can't just go out and buy randomly. Like I'm not saying this is, but that's why I'm questioning how much work has gone into Ødegaard. How much work has gone into him and how he fits for Arsenal. That's the only question I have over this deal. I don't question the money. I don't question the player himself, whether he's got potential. I don't question his talent. I don't question the actual loan deal itself. I'm just saying how much work's gone into it, and have they actually looked at it, how he fits with the players that are around him. That would be my only concern with it.
I would say as well that all them outgoings in the window is a good start.
Massive.
It's not at the end of the day, right? The biggest transfer window for us is going to be the summer. Who are we going to bring in? Are we going to start hearing the same old crap excuses that we hear year in, year out? We can't get a player. You know what I mean? That will be the window where we should be looking and saying, right, this is where we need to really address the issues we got.
So I'm gonna bring in Alfred and I'm gonna bring in Tarish. So first, I'm gonna bring Alfred in first. Alfred, chat to me.
Yeah. My point about the Ødegaard thing is that I believe he's a great player, and one of the issues is like I think one of the things I believe he might help Smith Rowe, because Smith Rowe is real technical, but the whole issue I have with Smith Rowe is he's not skillful. Either it's below because of experience or what, but he's pretty good. He has these touches with just like that skillful one-on-one, where like he could be like a center of like focus from defenders. That's what I have with him. But now Ødegaard coming in with all those skills, he might actually improve Smith Rowe because it's just like, because I play football, I play soccer because I'm in the US. We call it soccer. As a skillful player, you get more attention from defenders. You understand what I'm trying to say? Smith Rowe, he's pretty good, but he's not like that creative midfield where two, 3 defenders he could grab them, make open space for other players. Bring Ødegaard in order to bench Ødegaard. Now you got to be pretty skillful in order to put Ødegaard in the bench. So like I said, I think it's a plus. My only issue is just Arsenal have to try to make trying to get like the buyer clause. But not just let it after 6 months he goes for free. So they got to put in there into and one negative the negative thing I have with Ødegaard, I don't know his physicality. If he could match Premier League, that's the only issue I have with Ødegaard. His physicality. Yeah. Other than that, I think he's a fantastic player. He could actually help Smith Rowe because when I play soccer, I play football. I'm like attacking midfield, so I know when a skillful player comes in, it changes mentality. Being
bro,
like the
25 step overs, skillful, bro. Yeah, I agree. I know what you're saying, but I think skillful is the wrong word. Probably not. Maybe eye-catching is a different word. I mean, Pepe looks eye-catching when he does 15 step overs. But
One second, Alfred. Let Sonny finish.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, what I'm saying is you don't have to be the most eye-catching player. You know, Ben Rama does loads of step overs, but you know, he was playing in the championship. You know, so it's not always the player who's most catching on the eye.
Guys, go check out Brendan AFT TV on his channel. Go check out his channel. If after this, once the video is done, if you can, go subscribe to his thing. Big up to you, Brendan.
Yeah,
cheers, boys.
All right, all right, can I respond to that? With the Pepe situation, the Pepe was never like a winger at class, because one of the issues, Pepe is much more like through passes. Like Pepe exceeded when Ozil was in the team. Pepe downgraded when Ozil left. So that's what some of the people trying to forget. Pepe is much more through pass. His skillfulness, he was good when Ozil was in the team, when the creative midfielder was in the team. Pepe slowed down because there's no creative midfielder to give him the true pass. If you go back and look when he was late,
Smith made more of an impact than Ozil's done in the last 3 seasons.
No, you can't always play through balls either.
With that.
No, there's a difference. No, there's a difference between a creative. Like, okay, this is the difference between Ozil and Smith Rowe. I'm not trying to compare Ozil and Smith Rowe, but the old thing that Smith Rowe is not mature as Ozil, but Smith Rowe is the future. Yes, Ozil does true pass. That's when Pepe excel.
Okay, Alfred, thank you. What happened? Why did it get cut? Sorry about that, Alfred. Just one moment. Let me just get to the other gentleman also. Okay. Tarshi.
Hello.
Hi. First of all, are you an Arsenal fan?
Yes. I'm from India. I'm an Arsenal fan. I watch your shows and yeah.
Thanks, man. Tell us, what do you think about the transfer?
Actually, when you look at Arsenal's transfer, if you look at Arsenal's season, we were lacking creativity. We were calling out that we lack creativity, and suddenly the inclusion of Smith Rowe, we can see that the quality of Arsenal's playing increased. So I think in this January transfer into Ødegaard is not a sort of a permanent signing or something we can look for the future, but I think it's somewhat to save the season. So that we can get to that top 4. I'm not telling that Ødegaard is a top 4 player, but I think that he can, bring in a fresh, mentality to the Arsenal team, and you can, somewhat, if he gets us to the top 4, it's well and good, and if he flops, it's no big deal because he is not coming permanently. So yeah, that's what I want to say.
Okay, thanks, bro. I'm gonna just take you out now. And Alfred, did you have anything to finish up with? Because I was gonna look at the ins and outs with Sonny and Indiana and Ahmed.
No, I just want to finish by saying that I'm happy. Actually, it's the first show I've been to, so I'm happy that you actually accepted me to be in there. So thank you guys for that. And also I just pray that Ødegaard comes, do well, improve Arsenal. Like I said, I still believe that Arsenal have a chance to win the Premier League. I mean, I'm not taking that out of the picture. Not even top 4.
This year,
I don't trust this year. Because listen, I have one only thing I'm saying, right? It might sound crazy, but what the point I'm trying to say is, right? Hear me. Man is not reliable.
Wait! I just need to turn my volume up. I want to make sure I hear
right.
Go on.
There you go. I like that. The reason why I said it, man, is not reliable. Man, you could drop points at any time. Liverpool, the most strong team is that Liverpool, and now Liverpool is having tough time. Liverpool is basically like Arsenal right now. When the season started, you're not scoring goals. See, they have De Bruyne is out for 6 weeks. De Bruyne is out for 6 weeks. Like I said, there's still chance. And also, if you look at the table, with like 13 points away from the top, there's still chance. Like you cannot just swipe it up.
Arsenal are in the title race. Yeah, is that what you're saying? Arsenal are in the title race.
Top 4 title race, one of the two. But I still believe that it's still chance because I'm telling you, Man U not consistent. Man U did not.
Arsenal are back.
Alfred, you're a scholar and you're a gentleman.
Get it trending, people. Arsenal are back.
You're a scholar and you're a gentleman, Alfred. Thanks for coming on, bro. I appreciate it.
You know what? Alfred lost it when he said Pepe excelled. Never mind the rest of it.
Sonny, football's all about opinions.
True.
That's
Thanks,
why there's
Alfred.
160-odd people tuned in. Do you know what I mean?
Egal.
Yeah, big up to Ahmed. You're gonna say something?
Yeah, I'm still thinking that if Ødegaard comes in, is it fair to bench Smith Rowe? That's what I'm thinking. Because I
No,
think
he's not
having
gonna.
a good
He's
run
not
of
gonna
form.
take his spot right away. He's not gonna take his spot right away. It's gonna take some
So
time for him.
you are saying that Ødegaard will be benched if
Yeah,
he
I
comes to
think.
Arsenal?
I think Ødegaard, if he comes in at the beginning, will be coming in as cover, and if he can push his way into the starting lineup, that means he's going to end up signing for Arsenal.
Thing is, past things with Smith Rowe is he's been very injury prone as well. So hopefully, God willing, you don't get any injuries. But it's likely that he probably will.
Yeah, fair answer.
So Matt Macy's on loan, but his contract runs up, so he's not coming back. Said Kolasinac is on loan. He's going to come back unless Schalke stay up. If Schalke stay up and they don't get relegated, he automatically signs to them on a permanent deal. Saliba's coming back. Mavropanos is coming back. Obviously, Torreira's coming back. This guy who's at Shrewsbury is coming back. We have a lot of people on loan. We have Mavropanos and Guendouzi on loan. So next year, even before we make any signings, next year you guys do realize we have like 7 or 8 people coming back.
Is there potential for Guendouzi?
Guendouzi, he's only got 1 year left when he comes back as well.
No, he has 2 years.
No,
are you excluding the year that he has?
No, when he comes back next season, he'll have 1 year remaining.
Okay, so
it'll be in his last year. It'll be in his last year, as far as I know. If I haven't got that wrong.
These are the players that are coming back from loan next year that are going to be back in the team, and we have a big issue. That is 5 players that are international players, and we still don't have enough homegrown talent, and we're going to have to get rid of. So Socrates gone. I mean, no, Mustafi and David Luiz gone, right? That's 2 spots available. So where are the other 2 spots gonna go for Torreira and Saliba?
Well, there's no guarantee that Saliba's going to be ready next year either.
Really? You doubt Saliba?
Well, there's no guarantee he's going to be ready next year. I don't care if they spend 130 million on him. He's not ready now. He might not be ready next year either. Depends on how he goes, on how he performs till the end of the season.
He has been playing good though for Nice.
He has it, hasn't he? I don't know.
As a team, Nice are bad, but he has been performing good.
Okay, so we're gonna play a game. I'm gonna ask everyone in the comment section to agree to go along with it. Mavropanos, next year, do you sell him or keep him? Because we haven't spoken about him in a long time, especially on this channel. So are we keeping or selling Mavropanos? Or are we loaning him out again?
And personally, I don't know how good he is now. I didn't really rate him the first time around. So it depends on how much he's improved if we're going to keep him on scene. But I can't give a definite answer, yes or no, on him.
Sonny, he's playing week in, week out for Stuttgart in a back 3.
Well, and what's the name? Kolasinac got in a team of the season in Germany as well, so it don't mean nothing.
What? Okay.
Kolasinac in the team of the season in Germany. Look how bad he was.
Okay, so everyone's saying sell. Majority of people are saying sell in the comment section. Now, since the other 2 guys are not Arsenal fans, obviously I'm not going to ask them because they won't know them too well. Guendouzi, Sonny?
Sell all day long.
Torreira?
Sell.
I'd keep him.
You'd keep Torreira?
Yeah.
Hopefully we go and get someone better than him, like the guy from Brighton.
I would keep Torreira if you can't buy another player for his position. But I think you're better off selling Xhaka if you can sell him. I just feel like if you can keep Smith Rowe and you've got Ødegaard coming in, you've got a little bit more creativity up top. Keep Aubameyang fit. Laka might start scoring goals again. It makes more sense to have a more tenacious midfielder, like a player who just comes in and nicks the ball. Could be a bit like a Fred at times.
In the
Torreira,
end,
so-
I don't think Arteta preferred them. That's the thing, because they both are good players. Guendouzi and Torreira, they're quality players, but Arteta don't have them in their plans. I think he prefers Xhaka over both of them.
Do you know what? My opinion has changed on Xhaka recently, though. I think Xhaka's been since he's got that red card. I know he's been here for 4 years, and I'd rather get an upgrade on him. But out of the players that we got, he resembles a leader compared to the rest of them.
He's been playing really good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Granit Xhaka has been playing good.
He's not the answer, but he has been playing better.
Yeah, he has been playing a lot
mistakes
better.
in him. That's the problem.
That's it.
That is a big
I think
issue.
mentally you can disappear on the pitch as well. That's a big problem for someone who's supposed to be a senior player and a leader.
No, that's definitely a problem. Now, guys, you guys still, if you still want to jump on, you can still jump on. We're gonna go back to Ødegaard now. Has there been any updates? Let me just check quickly. And in addition to that, do you expect the deal to be done today, guys? Because the way it's moving like it could be done by the end of the day sometime.
I have no idea.
Will it be subject to medical when you have to come over and?
No,
How are they
they're
doing
saying
medicals with COVID now?
elite sport. Even if you tested positive or negative, you won't have to quarantine if you meet the standards to continue. So if you test negative, obviously you're gonna have to quarantine, right? But if you test negative and they continue to test you, you won't have to quarantine.
Right. Yeah. So, but what are they doing for medicals? Does he have to fly over for medical?
He's already flown over to the UK.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay.
So this morning they reported that he already flew over. David Ornstein reported that he's already in the UK. He should have already flown to the UK. He's actually left Real Madrid's training ground. He was training last week. This week, yesterday he was training. Today he didn't show up at 11 o'clock. So they're reporting that he possibly is already on his way.
Was anyone tracking the plane?
You know what? I didn't hear about that. We're sick. We're sick. Arsenal fans, we're actually sick. We track planes. We analyzed a picture on Gabriel's Instagram to see that he was in the UK because his car was on the other side of the road and the sky looked like the UK sky. Crazy stuff. Guys are crazy. It makes no sense. How can you tell by the sky that it was in London? It was London.
Well, maybe Ødegaard plays because there's not many planes flying. You might be able to track this one easier.
Definitely. Now, left back, Sonny, have you heard about it? What's going on with left back?
Well, if they're thinking of getting the Southampton one.
Yeah.
I think Bertram's a solid player, to be honest with you. I prefer a left back, even if he's 31, than a Maitland-Niles who's not a left back, or dislodging Saka from his position, or even playing Cedric, which I wanted to play at right back. So I'll be all for it as a backup. Okay,
and then guys, as rivals, Indiana and as a PSG fan, do you guys think this is not something a big club would do? They would go to Crystal Palace and get a Tyrick for Mitchell or something.
And the PSG fan as well. What are your thoughts on Bellerin potentially going to?
No, I don't want him close to my team.
Really?
No. He has been shocking the recent games. I watched him play.
Yeah.
Guys, this is like a record. This is a record amount of times we've been linked. Bellerin has been linked away and never left. Like, I don't think we've ever had a player that's been linked away so many times and never left.
I mean, Arsenal are going to have a problem next season because they're going to have about 5 players who are going to be down to last year next season as well. So we're going to have probably people going on 3 next season as well after next season.
Yeah, that's true.
Again, isn't Ainsley your cover for the left back position?
No, it's
because you have 2 right backs right now.
Well, he played against Manchester City left back.
Saka and
he played against Manchester City at left back, and everyone was lauding him that he's the best man-to-man marker in the world. And then he has a bad game against the other day, and now he's terrible. He shouldn't be a left back, but he should be a full back.
It's left wing back. It's left wing back, Sonny. That's the difference. He's okay as a wing back, but the moment you ask him to be an actual left back playing in a back 4, his defensive his defensive attributes that he needs to cover more. And you know what? Guess what? There's another report came out today. Think about this, guys. I just heard a report 3 hours ago. It came out that Callum Chambers, it could be leaving on loan. What do you think about that?
I think Arsenal have got to do this kind of stuff. If they can't sell players, they can't just leave this deadwood sat around. So I think it's probably got to the stage at Arsenal where they've spent so much money, they finally got Ozil out the deal, and they're building on that. That's a number one priority. Get players out the club. If you can get them sold, great. If you can't, get them out on loan. Go get them game time. See if they can perform, and you can get them sold in the summer. That's cool. That's big for Arsenal. It's a bit like Man United over the last few seasons. Moving players out should be priority number one, and then spend your time identifying the players that you want to bring in. Make sure you buy the right players in.
Yeah, because you only need 4 centre backs. You only need 4 centre backs. After centre backs are going to be Mari, Gabriel, Louise, and Holding. So the rest of them are just they're not going to be used, are they?
And then you have Saliba as well next season.
Yeah, but David Luiz will go next season, so Sleep will probably be in for him.
I think Chambers could. The issue we have, guys, is we don't have enough homegrown talent that is actually good. We're being forced to now register guys like Saka, who's actually underage, and we don't have to actually register because we don't have enough homegrown guys. You know why we got Matt Ryan? Because he has an English passport. Even though he's Australian, he has a British passport from his Scottish family members. He has a British passport. So you know what? That benefits us in the long run. When we have to register our new teams in the end of January, when we register our new teams, we don't have to worry about having Saka in the team now because he doesn't have to be in the team. He's still underage. We don't have to have Emil Smith-Rowe on the team now because he's underage. And this helps us more than anything else. That's another factor why we signed him. And why we would get Ryan Bertrand over a Tagliafico from Ajax, even though Tagliafico is better and we'd have to spend money on him. If we get Ryan Bertrand, it would be a Sonny, I see your face. He would be a free.
You know what? Because there's no way in hell that even if there wasn't this rule, that Arsenal would go and spend £20 million on Tagliafico to be a competition for what's his name, Kieran Tierney. They're more trying to be Kieran Gibbs than Tagliafico. No, it wouldn't happen. Never.
And we would pay more than what we gave up Gibbs for. Okay, what about Chambers as a left back?
No, he can't play left back. He's right-footed.
Okay. So the reason why Bertrand is possibly coming in, they're saying Bertrand could come in because of the situation with his contract. He refused to sign his new contract with them at the age of 31, or maybe they're not giving him a new contract, one or the other, and they want to make a return, some sort of return on the investment that they made years ago at Chelsea. 2014, they got him. So he played all those seasons, over 200 games. They made all their money back, I'm assuming, based on everything that he's performed for them. And at this point, if they were to sell him to us for even $5 million, I wouldn't take it. I would say the only way I would take it is if it's a loan deal, and at the end of and we pay the remainder of his contract for this year.
I mean, his wages are going to be a factor as well. If they put him on the same wages as Kolasinac was on, for instance, or anywhere close, then there would have been no point in selling Kolasinac or sending him out on loan.
What do you think his wages is? I'll find out.
He's an established Premier League player. You know, he's going to want about 60 grand, isn't he? At least.
I'm just a bit concerned that you're building a temporary squad. Like, you're talking about loads of players coming in on loan.
We've got no money, have we?
I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you, though. That's why I'm saying, like, with the Ødegaard, like, everyone else was kind of like priced out, and that's why I'm questioning it. I'm not saying it's bad business. I'm not saying that. As long as the summer comes good, like, and you are identifying the right players. My issue would be bringing in loads of different players on loan. You don't know whether you can get deals done for if they really perform.
Yeah.
Because if you take a player out who's key to your system, let's just say Ødegaard comes in, he kills it, he's key to your system, or Bertrand, right? Bertrand, he on that right hand side, it gives Pepe the freedom to go forward. Let's just say he does that. Sorry, left hand side. Okay, all right, left hand side, and Tierney's injured, right? Tierney gets injured, but he's been absolutely quality. He's a great backup. He's what you need to push Tierney to that next level, right? but you can't get a deal done to buy him. You just can't. So then you have to go and buy another option. Do you panic buy? I'm just worried about having so many loan players in that side without having a real key figure in the middle. Do you know what I mean? Like those players that are the rocks of your side, and then you can bring loans in. I get that. But I'm not suddenly going to say you've got no money and you've kind of got no choice right now. I understand that. I'm just saying I question the way they look at it.
You're right, undoubtedly, because you can never hang your coat on a loan player, can you? Because at the end of the day, when push comes to shove, they're not going to jump in the trenches for you, are they? They're just a loan player.
Guys, I disagree with both of you guys. Can I tell you why? You're saying we're building a temporary squad. We're building a squad with seniors that are getting older and are near the end of their career, and we have a squad full of youngsters that we're developing. So if we bring in more seniors, we're going to have too many seniors and it's going to be overbalanced. If we bring in more youngsters, we're going to have too young of players. If we bring in people on loan with the option to buy that can develop into better players, that gives us the flexibility to go back in the summer window. This is to protect our assets going into the summer window. We don't want to blow our load in the January window when we can't buy anything really of note.
Yeah, but who's your foundation? Who are you building the team around?
Are you really going to ask me that?
Yeah, I'm asking you that.
Okay, let me stop you right there.
Because for me, you build your team around a midfield.
Okay.
Like the engine room. So I want to know who you're building it around.
Okay, this is our team. This is the core of our team that we're building for the future. Right now we currently have Leno, we have Gabriel, we have Saliba, we have Tierney. Okay, we don't have a right back situation sorted out. Midfield, we have Thomas Partey for the next 4 years. Right, we have Emil Smith Rowe coming through. On the right, we have Saka. On the left, we have Aubameyang, and we're gonna get a replacement striker. To me, our team currently is missing 2 midfielders, a striker, and a right back. We're only missing 4 pieces to be at the top of the top.
So
I don't know about that.
Who are you actually building the team around? Because if you're going to build a team around somebody, you're going to build them around your most creative player, yeah?
Saka.
Right? No, it'd be Emil Smith. It'd be a number 10 predominantly. That's who you build your team around. But the thing is, our number 10 is not proven yet over a long period. So are we actually building a team around anybody? Are we just trying to replace?
What is the direction? Yeah, that's.
The guy has come into the team and in 3 games created 67 chances. For the team created 67 chances.
But Indiana United didn't have a direction before Bruno.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have a keeper to build the team around.
They thought Pogba, didn't they? They thought Pogba was their direction.
So they just need to find a player, and I think Ødegaard needs to be a buy option, because if he performs well at Arsenal, Real Madrid will never sell him because their squad is also aging and they will keep him. So this needs to be a buy option, in my opinion, to be a good deal.
I do think that United slightly different in that we kind of identified targets. They were long-term targets, if that makes sense. We were working on them for a long time. I think that's different. I don't think Solskjaer's happy with his midfield, but he's getting the best out of them in terms of man management. I mean, man management is exceptional at it. Bruno is an elite player. So if you're saying that, Ødegaard isn't an elite player. Smith Rowe isn't an elite player. So
I agree with you.
That's what I'm saying to you. That's what I was saying in the beginning.
How much better is Kai Havertz, and how much is he worth? He's worth 72 million, and he came in from and he scored all those goals, right? Ødegaard is coming in scoring 7 goals, 9 assists. I'm not saying he's on the same level as Kai Havertz, but I'm saying we're getting the same potential for less of the risk. Why not do it?
No, I agree with you. I think it's a good signing, but
we're not. There's no Indiana. The only risk is if we want to buy him, we can't keep him. At that point, it was worth it. Even if we lose the player, Sonny, and he goes to Man City because he's smashing it in the league, that means he was smashing it for Arsenal.
But at the end of the day, I mean, there's not a downside, because if he's smashing it, then it's good for us, whether we could keep him or not. But the thing is, Arsenal just needs to do whatever they need to do just to get to
Bro,
the next level.
Emil Smith Rowe is better than Kai Havertz right now. I don't want to hear about you guys talking about he's better. Kai Havertz.
Don't compare Emil Smith Rowe and Kai Havertz. Don't do that.
No, statistically, if I do compare them statistically, Emil Smith Rowe has been better than him this season, and the man has only played like 4 or 5 games.
Listen, Kai Havertz has got more talent in his one toe than Emil Smith Rowe will ever have.
That's bullshit. And you
No,
know
it's
it.
not bullshit. That's not bullshit.
You're talking about one of the best players, one of the best prospects in world football. So Smith Rowe has only played 3 games. Come on, man. Seriously.
I agree with Sonny.
Okay, what about Sonny? I was showing people earlier how much Saka's worth. How much do you think Saka is worth? Net worth.
Today's mad modern football.
In today's English tax.
55.
Well, yeah, but is he worth really 85? No, but that's what the level is. But is he worth that really? No, he ain't.
Can I tell you how much Greenwood's worth, and then you decide how much is Saka's worth from there? Okay, Greenwood is worth 120 million.
What?
No, but I think it's different though, because his value at United is different to his market value. Because United maybe want to keep him, and they put a high value on him.
Okay, so this is Curtis Jones.
A player is only worth what a team want to pay for him.
Okay, so this is Curtis Jones. He's worth 30 to 40 million. Okay. Then you got Greenwood. I was showing the people earlier, so I checked it myself.
Go to Harry Maguire. Go to Harry Maguire. See what that says.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because Maguire isn't worth 80 million, but Leicester valued him at 80 million, so it's different.
50 to 70.
What's Nicolas Pepe worth? Between 5 and 10.
Let's see how much Saka's worth. 90 to 120 million.
Who?
Saka.
That's mad.
I'm telling you, Saka is worth a lot of money because of the marketability of an English player smashing at Arsenal, basically being the talisman week in, week out. Now, if you go to Pepe is worthless at this point. What is his last name? Oh. 50 to 70.
Yeah, what? Saka's been head and shoulders our best player, right? But I don't even put Saka in the proven category yet.
Let's find Martin. It won't even come up if I do this. Why is it not coming up?
Who are you trying to find?
I gotta do that weird O. How do I do that weird O? Yo, I don't know how to do that on my laptop. I'm just gonna have to copy and paste it. Ødegaard. Okay, guys, how much do you think Ødegaard is worth in this market? If the man has 300 and something, I think maybe 60.
I mean 50, 40 million.
It's not coming up. What the hell? Okay, forget it. I guess this only works for English teams.
Oh, he's worth 3 mil.
Listen,
I just didn't want to show us.
I'm really pissing people off. I'm really pissing people off with my comparisons. Okay, so all in all, was today a good day for Arsenal, Sonny?
Well, it has to be, hasn't it? They've covered a position, especially goalkeeper, which we could have seen a calamity happening. And Ødegaard, if he fulfills his potential and the hype, he could be a very good player. But don't forget, Theo Walcott went to World Cup England at 16. He wasn't exactly full class, was he?
Yeah. Ahmed, is today a good day for Arsenal? Or because I seen one person telling me, you guys are all idiots. Arteta and Edu are still frauds. And just because they did this, you can't be happy. This is that. Tweets are already coming out. You know who I'm talking about. Anyways, keep it moving.
Before we go on to the next, before you wrap up, are you going to wrap up? If you can wrap up, so I just say one thing. It's a slightly different topic. You had a well-known YouTuber turning around saying that you didn't need a number 10, right? Not all teams need a number 10. Look at Liverpool. They only attack down the wings, and look how good they are. And why has everyone got a mess as they were number 10s? And trying to prove a point. How many Liverpool fans were on the football terrace last night saying, if Klopp had a different system, he had a plan B. So if you had a number 10, that'd be a lot better team. So that's point number one, right? Point number two. when Terry is happy to listen to the same so-called YouTuber saying net spend, going on about net spend and how fantastic Liverpool's net spend was, right? But last night on the show, Terry turned around and said net spend is bullshit in business, right? So again, point number 2, that well-known YouTuber, 2 bullshit points he just made. So all depends on who you speak to, and we say you're listening.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know exactly what point you're talking about that Terry said, but the whole thing.
We talk about net spend. We're talking about net spend, where net spend in business don't is not a real thing. We all know that. And basically, it's all about spending money to buy the right players. And he was calling out Liverpool for an FSG for not going out and buying 2 or 3 other players to support what Klopp done last season, right? And he was going about they shouldn't worry about net spend and this, that, and the other. So he totally threw net spend out the window. But then speaking to somebody else, he starts back in net spend.
No. I was there when he was saying net spend. He was saying a hypothetical. If it, it was a hypothetical. If it did exist, well, it was bullshit anyway. Because
net spend don't exist. Net spend don't exist anyway. For one, right?
Yeah,
and also the main point though was all the Liverpool fans saying that they haven't got a plan B, right? But the thing is, if you're the best team in the land, supposedly, you shouldn't need a plan B, right? And
there was
if they've had over 100 shots and 8 scores for 400 minutes, it's only a matter of time since they're going to start scoring again. So all of a sudden, they're not going to need number 10 again. So lot of contradiction going around.
Sonny, we were just linked to another player, and I just got to show everybody who we were linked to quickly.
Phil Jones.
Listen, no. Why do you guys make Phil Jones jokes? It's dead banter. It's been like 6 years.
No, it's
now.
not jokes. It's the fact he's on 120k or whatever it is at Man United and not playing. I want him out.
And Arsene Wenger always went in for him.
Arsene Wenger almost went in for him, for real?
He always went in for him. He went in Phil Jones this morning. He was
highly rated.
To me, to this day, the Smalling and Phil Jones, Smalling, that was the funniest thing ever. Anyways, guys, Crystal Palace, Tyrick Mitchell, I highlighted it. That is a perfect backup. Young player, can fill the gaps, and has room to grow. And possibly, if Kieran Tierney gets older and wants to play as a center back, Mitchell can come in right away.
I'm just wondering what's happening with Arsenal's youth development system. Where are our left backs? Where's that under 23 left back?
We do.
As centre backs.
Sonny, he's a toothpick. He's called Lopez from Barcelona. Joel Lopez. Remember the Barcelona academy kid that we took from them? He's a kid. He's 60. He came in at the age of 16. He's still a toothpick to this day. He hasn't grown an inch. That's who we have as our youth left back. Anyways, this is Tyrick Mitchell, currently playing at Crystal Palace, 21 years old, right? Defender was at number 27 shirt. Has played this season in 10 games for Crystal Palace. Is this the kind of guy we want? I think he's a good signing. But you know what? Would you go for Patrick Van Aanholt?
Yeah, he's a good player. He's a good player. But you know what player I would have got if he wasn't at Tottenham? Sessegnon.
Sessegnon. He's not even in Tottenham right now. They loaned him out.
Yeah, that's the sort of player I would have got. Tottenham's killed him. But he was a good player when he was at Fulham.
Yeah.
They're doing some
Anyways,
business.
Indiana. Can I say one thing, Indiana? I think your judgment of Arsenal is as if our team is horrendous. Like your judgment of Arsenal is as if there's no organization, there's no planning, there's no nothing. And you know what? What happened today shows me that there's some planning, shows me that there's some progression, shows me that there's some forward thinking that was not going on at the back end of Arsene Wenger's time. And you know what, Sonny? As much as we made fun of the Pablo Marie and Cedric signings, it shows that these guys are actually trying to do something, which before they weren't.
I think Cedric and also Pablo Marie haven't proved themselves yet, in my opinion.
Pablo Marie has.
No, he hasn't. He's played 3 games and he's slower than an elephant. But he ain't proved himself. He's not level win. He's a level. He's backup, but he's not first choice in my opinion, right? And Cedric had a fantastic game the other day. I like to see him do it every week. So people, I don't think people should be too, overhyped with him at the moment.
All right, Indiana, what's your final thoughts?
To pick up on your point, really, I think Arsenal are doing good business. They're moving players out. I'm talking about Arsenal from my perspective as a Man United fan and where we've been the last few years. It's not been. It's been pretty much the same type of thing. Players dead, would you need to get out? Players brought in by a load of different managers, big contracts. It's the same sort of thing. So that's why I feel I can speak on it. I think Ødegaard's a great player. I think hopefully he'll do well. He'll do well for him, not for Arsenal, because I'm not an Arsenal fan. But I like to see talented players and young kids really progress. The goalkeeper's a good deal. If you need one and you can get one in cheap, he's not a terrible keeper. So for me, that's a good deal. Ryan Bertrand's full of energy. He's quite an aggressive fullback. So that will help, and you can keep Tierney fit then for the big games, because that guy is a baller. I rate him highly, Kieran Tierney. So yeah, but number one has got to be moving players out. That has to be moving players out. So I think so far this window has been a great window for Arsenal. If they can continue to move these players out, you're set for the summer, you're not?
Yeah, true.
Hey, Gail, can I just say the best analogy of where Arsenal are as a club at the moment, right? Especially regarding their players, is it's like if you got 5 jigsaw puzzles all chucked in together, right? Right, they're all chucked in together. You haven't got a picture of what you want your puzzle to be, right? But you then got to figure out what piece goes with what puzzle. That's where Arsenal's transfer business is, and that's where they was as a club. Where what Arteta and Edu's having to do now is pick out what puzzle is the new puzzle and what's the old puzzle.
Yeah, but there's only one option with that, Sonny. Throw the box away, right? Throw the box away and go and buy yourself a new puzzle.
That's the option, yeah.
One you'd enjoy putting together. That's the puzzle you need.
Yeah, but that's in a nutshell. That's where Arsenal are in their recruitment. But they're getting some light of it. They've chucked away 3 of the puzzles now. They're down to the last couple.
Okay, so Ahmed.
Yeah, I agree with Indiana. I think if you think about the circumstances, Arsenal have had a really good window, considering that there isn't any other big team who makes business right now. And I truly think that Arsenal fans shouldn't complain. It's a good window. Hopefully they do better next summer. So that's my thoughts on it.
All right, and then so thanks for coming on, Sonny. Thanks for coming on, Indiana. Thanks for coming on, Ahmed. Thanks to everyone else who came on, especially the guys at the beginning that were there at the beginning of the video, and everyone who couldn't make it. Sorry, I couldn't add everybody in, and I couldn't get to everybody's comments. Today was absolutely ridiculous, and big up to everybody watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Ahmed, thanks for coming on. Sonny, thanks for coming on. Indiana, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it, bro. All right. And then, guys, hopefully we can get the deal done. We get our guy. We get Ødegaard through the door. And you know what? Once he comes in, he can absolutely smash it in the league for us. You know, this guy, we've been talking about him for 24 hours now. It seems like everybody knows his name, right? And hopefully he doesn't have a flop career at Arsenal, and he starts killing it, and Real Madrid give us the option to buy, because I would love to see this kid at Arsenal in the Arsenal kit. And you know what? If he gets the number 10 shirt, it would just be hilarious. It would be absolutely hilarious. And you know what? From Real Madrid to Arsenal, I don't remember the last time we've seen that move. Can you guys remind me in the comment section? Somebody moved from Real Madrid to Arsenal. I want to see if you guys know what I'm talking about. And then finally, don't forget, guys, EGTV, subscribe, hit that like button, hit the notification bell, and you know what? Big up to all you guys. And I do a bunch of shows. I'll be back doing the watch along tomorrow. I'll be on Indiana's channel tonight on the First 11. Go make sure you go check that out, the First 11. And also, remember, It's not always. Don't always look for the negative. Try to sometimes just be happy that your club's doing some good business, because you never know. You could be in a situation where your club gets liquidated.
What's going on,
Anyways.
everybody? I need you guys to go check out my channel and subscribe if you're new. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that button, and hit that notification bell while you're at it, ladies and gentlemen. EGTV, you already know. And if you're on your phone, it's even easier.